It's always opening. Who get there first?
And Tank is so good.
Tank is so good. Tank will give you something that's really not there.
Yeah, he sets traps, and he's got ridiculous one-punch knockout power, too. He's just such an interesting fighter because his style is so different from everybody else. He's so conservative in the early rounds, throws so few punches, and he lets you work. He lets you work, and you're backing up, and you're always afraid of that power, and he's just moving in, trying to find that opening where he just gets in there on you.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Tank's a very difficult guy to deal with. Tank has a lot of weapons and a lot of tools. People don't understand. Tank's toolbox is way deeper than people think it is. So.
But Tank is a phenomenal fighter. I just don't know what if it's Tank at his very best, maybe Tank. But right now, with not knowing how.
Guess what, boxing world? The fight you've been screaming for, the one everyone said would never happen, might actually be on. Right now, the whispers are getting deafening. Gervonta "Tank" Davis has reportedly signed the contract to fight Devin Haney. And let me tell you, the boxing universe is absolutely losing its mind with a mix of shock and pure, unadulterated excitement. This isn't just a rumor. This is the sound of a bombshell dropping, and it's shaking the entire sport to its core.
Tank carries the power. He's sneaky. Explosive.
Yeah.
You think you're doing something, and he rides off that overconfident. We're now.
Look, even the asterisk idea of Tank and Devin moving this close to a deal has fans absolutely locked in. For what feels like an eternity, this matchup has been dead in the water, stuck in a never-ending cycle of social media callouts, personal insults, brutal weight debates, and endless money arguments. We've seen the back and forth for years, but now, with legitimate talk of a contract being signed, the pressure is bigger than anything we've seen before. Devin wants to prove his size, his iron discipline, and his elite boxing IQ can completely control Tank. Meanwhile, *Years* is ready to show that his devastating power and surgical timing can absolutely break Devin down, turn him inside out, and finish him cold. If these rumors explode into an official announcement, mark my words, this will go down as one of the biggest, most talked about fights in boxing history. And the real question is, are you ready for it?
I favor Tank Davis in this fight because he has experience, he's well seasoned, and there's not one punch you gotta worry about. You gotta worry about all of the punches he throws. He has a right hook, he has a straight left hand, he has an uppercut.
Then the legendary Max Kellerman dropped his take on Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney, and he didn't hold back. Max sees this as the kind of fight boxing has been desperately waiting on for *Years*. He totally gets why fans are reacting with such a white-hot intensity to these contract rumors, because this isn't just about two wildly popular names. This is a genuine, pure, unadulterated style clash that promises fireworks from bell to bell. Devin brings that incredible size, that impressive length, that almost unnatural patience, and the ability to box smart for all 12 rounds, outthinking and outmaneuvering opponents. But Tank, he brings that otherworldly timing, that explosive power, and that one-shot danger that can absolutely destroy even the most perfect game plan in mere seconds. That's why Max's analysis makes this potential fight feel even more monumental. If the whispers about a signed contract are truly legitimate, then both men would finally have to prove everything they've been saying for years. Devin would have to show he can control Tank without getting caught by that left hand, and Tank would have to prove he can break down a disciplined, elusive boxer who refuses to just stand there and be a punching bag.
One thing, if Devin was just okay, Devin is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're excellent, you're in your prime. He's probably peaking right now. But you know what? And yes, as he's gotten bigger, he's fought better.
And get this, even Stephen A. Smith, the king of takes, praised Gervonta Davis, and his words made it crystal clear why Tank is still universally treated as one of the most dangerous, must-watch stars in the entire sport. Stephen A. looked at Tank as more than just a power puncher. He talked about the tangible * fear factor Tank brings into the ring, the chilling patience he possesses, his uncanny timing, and the way Tank can stay absolutely calm, cool, and collected until he finds that exact moment to completely flip a fight on its head. That is what makes him different. He doesn't need to win every single second of every single round, because one clean shot, one perfectly timed bomb, can totally rewrite the entire story in an instant. And that right there is the kind of terrifying, game-changing power that keeps every opponent on edge, every second of every fight.
When you lose to Gervonta Davis, no big deal. Gervonta Davis is one of the great ones, top 5 fighter on the planet. As far as I'm concerned, the brother big time caught you with a...
But here's the kicker. We all know what happened. Ryan Garcia, the man who actually felt Tank's power, gave his take on Gervonta Davis, and his words added an entirely new, chilling layer to this conversation because he has already experienced that concussive force himself. Ryan knows firsthand what it's like to be in there with Tank, to feel that timing, to absorb that power. His experience is the ultimate validation of everything Stephen A. and Max Kellerman are talking about. He's the living proof.
Thing about Tank, before, he thought that people really need him. And now that, we got Turkey Al-Sheikh, you got all these other big players, Netflix, and people that are coming in the sport, there's really no such thing as A-side anyways. So now you have no excuse but to fight people, but he still won't fight people, which nobody really calls him out on that. But he hasn't fought really, other than myself. Who has he fought? I'm out here fighting Devin Haney. I'm out here fighting fucking Tank Davis. Now I'm about to fight Teofimo. I'm fighting everybody that's in front of me, and all the people are just afraid to get in.
So here's where it gets absolutely wild. Gervonta Davis has now started naming the fighters he could face in his reported 6 or 7 fight deal, and that makes his next move feel even bigger than just one fight. This isn't just about Tank coming back to box. If this multi-fight deal is truly real, then it could literally shape the next few years of his entire career, defining his legacy for generations. Fans are already salivating, meticulously looking at names like Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, again, and other top-tier fighters around his weight class. Why? Because those are the matchups that would finally answer the biggest, most agonizing debates in boxing. Tank already brings the star power, the knockout danger, and the kind of attention that stops the world. But now, people are demanding to see if he will use this massive deal to truly chase legacy fights. If he starts picking the absolute biggest names, one after another, this incredible run could define how fans remember him forever.
They could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson?
Yep.
Ryan Garcia?
Yep.
Devin Haney?
Yep.
Isaac Cruz?
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence?
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, September. November.
Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think's the most difficult opponent for you?
Then the legendary Teddy Atlas gave his raw, honest take on Haney Gervonta Davis, and he looked at Tank like a fighter who possesses all the raw talent in the world to completely control boxing, but still has some massive, unanswered questions hanging over his head. Teddy knows Tank has rare, almost unheard of power, surgical timing, incredible patience, and that unique ability to stay ice-cold calm while meticulously setting devastating traps. That's what makes him so unbelievably dangerous. He doesn't need to throw a million punches to take over a fight, because one clean shot, one perfectly placed bomb, can change everything in an instant. But Teddy, always the realist, also looks at the much bigger picture. He says talent alone is simply not enough anymore when fans are begging, pleading for legacy-defining fights. He sees the danger, yes, but he also wants to see Davis finally prove it against the names people keep debating, the guys who truly test every facet of his game. If Tank is genuinely entering a new 6 or 7 fight run, then this is his ultimate chance to silence all the arguments and show exactly how truly great he can be, once and for all.
I don't think anyone beats Tank Davis. I think that much for Tank Davis. Maybe not outside the ring. I hope he's getting better in that area, quite frankly. But in the ring, I don't think any of these guys beat Tank. I think he's that good. He's that good a puncher where you can't make a mistake, and he's that good of an athlete as far as pure talent and technically and cerebrally in that ring, where he finds a way, where he does what has to be done. He's patient. He's not just a seek and destroy missile. He's patient. He takes little steps. If he has to not come forward, he won't come forward. He'll move around for a while. He'll find the key to the door. If he has to give ground, he'll give ground. He'll set traps. I think that much of Tank Davis.
Meanwhile, the iconic Roy Jones Jr. also weighed in on Gervonta Davis and the names being mentioned around his next career run, and he looked at it like a major career-defining chance for Tank to truly shape his legacy. Roy knows Tank already has the undeniable star power, the highlight reel knockouts, and the kind of terrifying danger that makes fans stop everything they're doing whenever he steps into the ring. But for Roy, the next crucial step is all about who Tank chooses to face. If names like Devin Haney, Gervonta, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, and other top fighters are truly part of this conversation, then this is the exact moment where Tank can finally answer every single question people have ever had about him. Roy isn't doubting Tank's incredible talent for a second. He's saying this is the pivotal moment where raw talent must finally meet an undeniable legacy. Tank has the power to beat almost anybody on the planet, but now, fans want to see him prove it against the absolute best names available, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
The eyesight, he has great reaction time, he's gonna be a great fighter. He just gotta figure out how to use them feet a little different.
Is he the best defensive fighter out of all four of them?
Right now, defensive, yes, because his defense is with his feet. Several people don't understand, defense isn't with your hands, it's with your feet. And he has the best foot defense of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if he uses it for defense, when it's strictly defense, yes. But when you want to make it offensive.
Hold up, Timothy Bradley Jr., another former world champion, looked at Tank like a fighter who has all the tools in his arsenal, but now more than ever needs the right opponents to prove the full, complete story of his greatness. Bradley knows Tank is special, no question about it. The power is absolutely real. The timing is razor sharp, and his patience makes him even more dangerous because he doesn't panic when a fight gets close or tough. He waits, he reads, he analyzes, and then he lands that one shot that changes everything. But Bradley also understands that fans crave more than just highlight knockouts now. Devin Haney brings that elite size and suffocating discipline. Shakur Stevenson brings that impenetrable defense and boxing IQ. Ryan Garcia brings that unfinished business and a clear path to redemption. So for Bradley, this next chapter is where Tank can either completely silence all the lingering doubts, or if he doesn't take those big fights, he'll give his critics even more reason to keep asking who he has really beaten. The stakes could not be higher.
It's a tough match for Haney. I think it's a tough match for Haney. I think it's a winnable fight. I mean, he can outbox him, keep his distance, but I just worry about him getting caught. And that's the thing. You can't make a mistake with Tank. I mean, he's so explosive on the trigger, quick with it, and it takes one punch, and he has full arsenal. So, and he has great feet. So, I mean, he's a tough guy to handle, man. And
it's gonna be a great fight.
He can look like Tank can look like he's losing the fight.
But wait, it gets worse. Brian Custer, the voice of boxing, specifically asked Calvin Ford, Tank's longtime trainer, about the Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis situation, and Calvin's answer made it chillingly clear that this fight is becoming harder and harder to ignore. Calvin didn't look at it like some small-time social media beef anymore. He knows Devin's side has been relentlessly calling Tank's name, talking about contracts, and pushing the idea that this fight can should happen. But from Calvin's side, the message is stark and simple. If Devin truly wants Tank, then he better understand exactly what he is asking for. Tank is not just some name you use for attention or clout. He is one of the most dangerous, most explosive finishers in boxing, period. And Calvin knows that once Gervonta is locked in, once he has that target, the entire tone of the situation changes. Devin may have the size, the reach, and the boxing IQ, but Tank has the patience, the timing, and the kind of fight-ending power that can utterly ruin a perfect plan in one single, devastating second. That's why Calvin's response added so much weight to the discussion. Brian Custer brought up the fight, but Calvin made it feel like a terrifying warning. If Devin keeps pushing for Tank, then eventually all the talking has to stop, and he will have to prove he can handle that danger when the bell rings.
Tank Davis would be massive. And he showed that he says he can pull eyeballs and come watch him fight. Should a Tank Davis-Devin Haney fight be next?
Yeah, it should be. We already called it out. We actually flipped the coin between Devin Haney and Shakur. We don't really care. Everybody was getting on Tank about he never asked for the big fights. If you look at Tank sit there and said the time is now. You know what I'm saying? Them guys is the only guys that are they really willing to take that fight? Are they going to outprice themselves? Or they're going to take the fight. I'm old school. If I really think I'm going to beat...
And get this, Champside reacted to the relentless tweet insults between Gervonta Davis and Devin Schofield, and he looked at it like the rivalry has officially moved far past normal boxing talk. From Champside's angle, both fighters are no longer just calling for a fight. They are actively trying to win the public battle, the war of perception, before anything is even signed on paper. Devin is throwing brutal shots about Tank's money, his contracts, and his lifestyle, while Gervonta is firing back, calling Devin soft, playing his position, and making it abundantly clear that he believes Devin has to fight on his terms. That's why the entire exchange feels so incredibly intense. These tweets aren't just random insults anymore. They are a calculated part of the negotiation, a strategic piece of the promotion, and a relentless part of the psychological pressure. Champ side's point is crystal clear. If both sides are talking this heavily, this aggressively, this publicly online, then fans are going to expect them to finally back it all up in the ring, with devastating consequences for whoever falls short.
Oh man, so I'm going for Big Nose, let's get it on, says the alleged Tank account. So Devin says, you broke, need money bad, I'ma beat all them pills and Tuesday out of you. So some picture of money, right, chat? Is this photo specific to Tank? If so, how? How do you know that this is an image from Tank? I'm just curious. You see money, you see a shoe, and you see a bag, right? Nowhere on this, even the scale video, there was no face. Shout out to No More Handles. You said shout out Champ side, they the best in the business. Yeah, you gotta record.
Now listen to this part. Johnny Ortiz also gave his thoughts on the Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney fight, and he looked at it like one of those rare matchups where both fighters would be utterly forced to answer real, career-defining questions about their absolute limits. Johnny completely understands why Tank has so much confidence. Davis has the bone-crushing power, the surgical timing, and that chilling patience to change any fight with just one clean, perfectly placed shot. But Devin is definitely not easy to figure out either. He brings that significant size, that elusive movement, that iron discipline, and the ability to control distance with precision when he is sharp, making him a nightmare for aggressive fighters. That is why Johnny sees this as an incredibly dangerous fight for both sides. If Devin can keep Tank at the end of his jab, maintain that crucial distance, and avoid those big, fight-ending moments, he can make it an incredibly frustrating night for Tank. But if Tank gets close, reads Devin's rhythm, and lands that one shot he's patiently waiting for, the entire fight can flip in a split second. This isn't just hype anymore. This is a legitimate, high-stakes style clash with profound implications for the winner and the loser.
That him and Tank might end up fighting, that Tank's team just reached out. I know that's your folks.
Yeah,
I know that's your folks.
I don't know what's going on. I know Tank is like, I don't know, like legal issues is all over the place right now.
Did that shock you hearing that? Because I don't think that Dev would just
put that out there.
Yeah, he said it looked like Tank then finally grew some balls or some. I don't think Dev will put that out from what you know, have they ever reached out before? In the past?
I heard like it's different. It's always been like talks and all that called.
According to Gervonta Schofield Sr., Tank possesses the kind of terrifying power, the unwavering confidence, and the massive big fight presence that makes every single opponent cautious, almost paralyzed with fear. But Devin, on the other hand, brings a completely different kind of challenge with his superior size, his longer reach, his piston-like jab, and his uncanny ability to control distance. That is precisely why this fight is not as simple as many people are trying to make it out to be. Tank can absolutely end things in one single explosive moment, but champ sides can make those moments incredibly hard to find if he stays disciplined and sticks to his game plan. Asterisk before Senior's point adds another crucial layer to this entire debate, because he deeply understands how unbelievably dangerous styles can become when the pressure is real, when the lights are brightest, and when everything is on the line. If Gervonta boxes smart, if he stays true to his plan, he can frustrate Tank to no end. But if Tank gets close, if he finds that slightest opening, Devin could be in serious, career-altering trouble incredibly fast.
Funny, like he's a shaker right now, so to fight him, you gotta do what.
And Luke Thomas gave his insightful view on Gervonta Davis, and he looked at Tank like a fighter whose talent is blindingly obvious, but whose asterisk next move matters more than ever before in his career. Luke understands perfectly why Tank is such a massive name in the sport. The power is unequivocally real, the timing is dangerously precise, and his unique ability to stay calm under pressure before landing a fight-changing shot truly sets him apart from most fighters in boxing. But Luke also looks at Tank's career with a much bigger question in mind. At this pivotal stage, fans don't just want highlight knockouts or safe return fights. They demand the fights that truly prove where Tank really stands against the best, most dangerous names around him, the ones who truly test his resolve. That's why Luke's take connects so directly to the Devin Haney conversation. If Tank is genuinely serious about this next, defining chapter of his career, then a fight like Devin Haney would answer a lot of those lingering questions, once and for all. Devin has the size, the range, the jab, and the relentless discipline to truly test him in every single way, while Tank has the bone-shattering power to punish even one tiny mistake. For Luke, that is the exact kind of matchup that finally turns mere hype into concrete, undeniable proof of greatness.
Decided to do 144 and they want to do like a weight hydration clause of 15 pounds. If Devin Haney can't, I doubt if Devin Haney be like, yo, I'll meet you at 144, but I can't get a rehydration clause. I'm not saying this is negotiation. I'm just saying, I'm just putting something to the table.
On the other hand, Bill Haney, Devin's father and manager, is continuing to keep the relentless pressure on Gervonta Davis, and he is doing it in a way that makes this already heated rivalry feel even asterisk more personal, even more intense. Rather than backing off, Bill keeps calling Tank out, keeps poking fun at him, and keeps launching verbal jabs in his messages, showing that he's fully embracing the trash talk. His biting comments add another explosive layer to the ongoing tension between the two sides, especially because every new remark seems perfectly designed to get a massive reaction out of Tank. Fans know that Haney has never been shy about speaking his mind, and this latest round of shots only makes that more obvious, more undeniable. I'm masterfully mixing sharp criticism with cutting sarcasm and pointed jokes. He is turning this feud into something that feels deeply personal as well as intensely competitive. At the same time, moments like this help keep the entire conversation around the matchup absolutely alive and buzzing, because boxing fans absolutely love it when emotions start spilling over outside the ring, creating pure, unadulterated drama. Whether Davis responds or not, Bill Haney's words are already doing their job by keeping Devin's name in the spotlight and making this possible showdown even more talked about, even more anticipated with every passing day.
Devin gonna have to fight each other one day. Y'all dumb. They both signed the Zuffa, so they're gonna fight each other, whether you like it or not. So that fight gonna happen, whether Keyshawn having a mother or whatever else, they all gonna have to fight at Zuffa. If they think that these motherfuckers, they're friends. They their friends now because they got to build the company. When all y'all get there and don't have no motherfucker saying they telling you who you fighting, then y'all gonna...
Well, there you have it. The boxing world is on fire with rumors of Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney finally signing on the dotted line, setting up a fight that every expert agrees is a pure, unadulterated style clash with legacy-defining stakes. This isn't just about two elite fighters. It's about a multi-fight deal that could reshape Tank's entire career, the relentless trash talk spilling out of the ring, and the ultimate quest for greatness. This is about money, power, and who gets to claim the throne in one of boxing's most stacked divisions. And honestly, I think we're on the verge of witnessing something truly historic unfold. So here's my question for you, drop it in the comments below. If this fight asterisk does asterisk happen, who walks away with the victory and why? If this breakdown helped you understand what's really going on, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and smash that notification bell because things are about to get even crazier. I'll see you in the next one.
How people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you going to get hit.
Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny, Team Tank Davis. I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is Devin done bought me another Mercedes. Another one. The bad news is the Grinch didn't buy you guys one. But Debo is looking for him, and he's on the list. So let's see if 2026 you can't influence your man